Hello, Ross Shrigley from Plant Select here, and I'm going to show you another really cool feature on the Plant Select website. So last year we partnered up with a company named The Perfect Plant, and what they specialize in is databases and search engines. So they've helped us provide search engines for people researching plants in a really quick manner, and I just love this thing. So let's take a look at it. So go to the plantselect.org website and then go down to where to buy. Go to retailers. So this happens to me every once in a while. I come home from work and then I'm a little tired or it's raining or something and I want to look at plants and think about what I'm going to do in my yard. I can go in and I can research plants that are at a retailer that's near me. And so if you look on this list, there's over 60 Garden Center member, Plant Select member retailers from Michigan to Oregon, California, Montana, Wyoming, New Mexico. This is a really cool, extensive list. And so if you go to the left side and click on the name of the Garden Center, you can actually find more information concerning just their homepage, maybe events, or you want to contact them directly quickly, or you want to see what other services they provide. That's where you can go and look at that information on their website. But if you go to the opposite side and look at these search buttons, this is going to take you to the perfect plant. Now notice that not all the retailers have a search button yet, and the reason is that when I send out information of what plants they are going to carry, they're supposed to send it back to me, and then I match up what plants will show up on this search engine for that nursery. Now, Landon's Greenhouse just signed up to be a Plant Select member a couple weeks ago, and that means they're going to have brochures and little booklets on Plant Select and know what's going on with Plant Select and be able to help provide their customers with a more sustainable and xeric landscape and information concerning those items. But let's say you go to McCord's. McCord's recently signed up. They got their information back to me, and now I have clicked on the search button and I can see all the plants that they are going to sell this year. Now this does not mean it's an inventory sheet. What it means is it's what they plan on selling, and they may have sold out by the time you get there. But at least it narrows it down so that you don't have a lot of plants that, or have to filter through a lot of plants that they won't carry anyway. So if you want to see the full list of the plants, what I recommend you do is just go to the Plant Select website and then go right down to the thing that says search right plant, right place. And that will give you the full list of all the plants that Plant Select is promoting. And there are right now about 153 of them. So let's go back to McCord's and let's look at some of the plants. I can go over here and say, well, I'd like, a ground cover. And what that does is it brings up all the ground covers. If I go to another sort of condition, I can say, let me see, I want something that's blue. And what that does is it says all the words listed that are ground cover that are blue only leaves me with turquoise, tails, blue sedum. So if I take that off, I'm back to all the ground covers again. Maybe I want to search pink flowers. So we have here the Granita raspberry, or we have Mesa Verde ice plant, or we have the wine cups that are all pink and ground covers. So to go back to this list, the full list, hit reset selections. And then maybe I want to go and look at alpine willow herbs. I completely love this plant. I had it for many years in my garden and I need to get it back. But when I look at this, I can research all the information about it, the foliage color, the zones, the sun or shade. And then I can go to add this plant to my garden wish list. I back out by hitting this X, and now it's on a wish list and I can keep on searching more stuff. Chocolate flower is another one of my favorites. After looking through all of its descriptions, maybe I decide I don't want that, and I can look at these other plants that would fit that same spot. These are different suggestions down below. But I do love chocolate flower, so I'm going to add that to my wish list. Now, being late at night, I may forget, where was I looking at these? Oh, it's one of my close garden centers. I can click up here, see which plants I was researching, and then if I do this, download my wish list. This is the best feature ever because it quickly downloads the wish list into a PDF website or a PDF file, and it lists the store that I was looking at it at. I can actually adjust the quantity. Back here, I can adjust the quantity of plants that I may want to fill that space. And so I need 3 of these, 1 of those, 1 of these. And what's cool is now I can email this PDF document, let's say to my contractor and say, could you buy these plants for me and bring them, or my gardener, bring them to me tomorrow and get those in the ground. Or I can send this to a friend and say, these are my favorite plants. You should go look at these in real life. And so all they have to do is print it out and they can take it to a service or an associate at the nursery and they can take you around and show you each one of these plants in the pot in real life. So this makes it a really great feature to look at Plant Select plants that are going to be available at the garden centers that you're visiting. Now, let's say you're a contractor or a gardener. This is even a better feature because so many times I would have been out in somebody's yard and the owner comes out and says, you know what, I really don't like this space over here. I want to put something there. And then I have to shift up my brain and say, what am I going to put there? Well, I can go to my supplier as a wholesale customer. And let's say I can go to Alameda Wholesale. I go there all the time. I can go and see what plants would fit that area. And I would know that at least they are carrying that plant. They may not have it in, but at least they are carrying it. And then I can go through and talk with the customer or the homeowner and say, well, which plants do you like? You know, do you want something that's chocolate flower or the Coral Canyon twin spur or all these, or are we looking for just shrubs? Let's come down and look at all of our woodies, you know, that occupy those spaces. And then what that contractor can do is the same thing any homeowner or any gardener can do is they can add it to their wish list. They can look at, see if it meets what they're looking for, add it to their wish list, back out of here, go to the garden wish list, increase the quantity, and then download it. And then now we have a new download where it's going to show that I was ordering these or looking at these plants from Alameda Wholesale Nursery. I need 3. As a gardener or a contractor, I could email my friend over at the nursery and say, hey, can you have 3 of these pulled for tomorrow morning? I'm going to need them to plant in this customer's yard. Or can you give me a quote today and let me know how much I'm going to be charging the customer? I just think that this perfect plant with the garden wish list is one of the best features for Plant Select website users concerning looking up all the different Plant Select plants. Now the online retailers, these guys have their own online stuff, so it does not have the search button. But you can go to any one of these and find Plant Select plants and more. The landscape professionals, these are the people who are members that are very excited about Plant Select plants and do a very good job of either design, installation, gardening, or they're just supporters of Plant Select and they actually have a business concerning the green industry. Then you could also go to the wholesale license growers. That is more for people who are growing and they need supplies of small baby plants. This is the plants, this is the page they would go to, and there are over 100 licensed propagators throughout the US, and there's even two or three if you consider Canada, 2 international over here, but Walter Bloom is the one in Europe. Then we also have the wholesale seed sellers. You can go in and look at all the seeds that they sell because they do sell a lot of Plant Select seeds, and they sell in bulk. So it might be easier to just go to the retailers and look in their seed selection to buy smaller bunches of those. Anyhow, that is the Where to Buy tab on the Plant Select website and how to find awesome plants using a search engine of the perfect plant. Thank you.